Big Mike's shocking flower message to Omeche Oko broke the internet. Nobody expected the message. It was just a simple picture of flowers, but the words Big Mike attached to them were enough to make everyone stop and wonder what was really happening between him and Omeche Oko. The day had started normally. Omeche was busy with her usual schedule, moving from one responsibility to another, when her phone suddenly started buzzing repeatedly. At first, she ignored it. Then she noticed that several people were sending her the same message. "Omeche, have you seen what Big Mike posted?" She became curious. She opened her phone, and there it was. A beautiful arrangement of flowers. The picture itself was lovely, but the message attached to it was what caught everyone's attention. Big Mike had written a sweet message appreciating Omeche and reminding her that some people deserve to be celebrated simply because of who they are. Omeche stared at the post for several seconds. She smiled. Then she read it again. She couldn't believe Michael had actually written something that heartfelt publicly. People immediately began reacting. Some were surprised. Some were amused. Some wondered whether there was a hidden meaning behind the flowers. But Omeche wasn't thinking about any of that. She was thinking about Michael. Because she knew him well enough to understand that he didn't make gestures like that without a reason. She picked up her phone and called him. He answered. "Hello, Ohms. Mike. What did you do?" He laughed. "What did I do? You know exactly what you did. I sent flowers. You posted the message too." "Yes. Why?" There was a brief silence. Then Michael answered simply, "Because I wanted people to know how much I appreciate you." Omeche became quiet. "You didn't have to do that publicly." "I know." "Then why?" "Because sometimes people deserve to hear good things about themselves." His voice softened. "And you deserve to hear them." Omeche looked at the flowers again. "You really meant everything you wrote." "Every word." She smiled. "You are making me emotional." "I'm sorry." "No." She laughed softly. "I'm just surprised." "Why?" "Because you're usually the one teasing me." "I can do both." She laughed. "You're impossible." "Maybe." Then Michael became serious. "But Ohms, I wanted you to know something." "What?" "You're special to me." Those words stayed with her. There was something different about hearing them directly from him. Michael continued. "I know people see us together and make their own assumptions." Omeche smiled. "They do. But I don't care about that." He paused. "I care about you." Omeche didn't know what to say. She simply whispered, "Thank you." And that was the moment she realized why the message had affected her so deeply. It wasn't the flowers. It wasn't the public attention. It was the sincerity behind the gesture. Michael wasn't trying to impress anyone. He simply wanted Omeche to know that she mattered. Later that day, they saw each other in person. Omeche walked toward him holding the flowers. "So," Michael smiled. "So, you really sent these?" "I did." She lifted them slightly. "They're beautiful. I'm glad you like them." She looked at him. "You know everyone is talking about this." Michael laughed. "I expected that. And you're not bothered?" "No." "Why?" "Because I didn't send them for everyone." He looked at her. "I sent them for you." Omeche smiled. For a moment, neither spoke. Then she said, "You're becoming very bold." Michael smiled. "Maybe I've finally realized there's no reason to hide how much I care about you." Her expression softened. "Mike." He smiled. "Don't worry. I'm not asking you for anything. I know. I just want you to know that whenever you need someone who believes in you, I'm here." Omeche looked down at the flowers. "You always say things like that." "Because I mean them." She looked back at him. "And what if I told you that I appreciate you too?" Michael smiled. "Then I'd be very happy." "And what if I told you that I think about you more than I should?" He became quiet. "Ohms." She laughed. "Don't look so shocked. I've been waiting for you to say that." She smiled. "Maybe you've been waiting too long." "Maybe." They both laughed. But beneath the laughter was something neither of them could ignore anymore. Their friendship had become deeper. Michael had always been there for Omeche. And Omeche had always been there for Michael. They had built their connection through countless ordinary moments. The conversations, the jokes, the support, the difficult days, the celebrations, the little things nobody else noticed. And now, something as simple as flowers had exposed feelings that had been quietly growing for a long time. That evening, Omeche sent Michael a message. "Thank you for today." He replied almost immediately. "You're welcome." She typed again. "You really made me smile." "I wanted to." She stared at the screen. Then she typed. "You make it difficult to pretend you're just my best friend." There was a pause. Then Michael replied. "Maybe you don't have to pretend anymore." Omeche smiled. She didn't respond immediately. Instead, she looked at the flowers beside her. The bouquet was still beautiful. But now it meant something different. It wasn't simply a gift. It was a reminder. A reminder that someone had been thinking about her. A reminder that someone appreciated her. A reminder that sometimes the smallest gestures could reveal the biggest feelings. And perhaps that's why the message created such a reaction. People thought they were seeing flowers. But Omeche knew she was seeing something much deeper. She was seeing Michael's heart. The following morning, she sent him a message. "Good morning, Mike. Good morning, Ohms. Thank you again. For the flowers. For everything." Michael smiled at his phone. "Always." And that single word made Omeche smile. Because she knew what "always" meant coming from him. It meant he would continue supporting her. It meant he would continue believing in her. It meant he would continue being the person she could call whenever life became overwhelming. And maybe, just maybe, it meant that the friendship they had protected for so long was slowly becoming something more. Big Mike's flower message may have surprised everyone. But for Omeche, the real surprise wasn't the flowers. It was the realization that the man behind the flowers had become far more important to her than she had been willing to admit. Sometimes love doesn't announce itself loudly. Sometimes it arrives quietly. Sometimes it is hidden inside a bouquet. Sometimes it is written in a few sincere words. And sometimes, one simple message is enough to make two people realize that what they have been calling friendship may have been something deeper all along. Thank you so much for listening to today's gist. If you enjoyed this discussion, please don't forget to like this video, subscribe if you haven't already, and turn on your notification bell so you'll always be among the first to receive our latest Nollywood updates. To my returning subscribers, thank you once again for your continuous support. I appreciate every one of you. Until our next gist, keep supporting Nollywood, keep spreading positivity, and take good care of yourselves. My name is Sandy, and this is Direct Sandy TV. See you in the next one.